Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are making this super cute Happy Hues bracelet, which is a Loom design, and it is another one created by 7284 Christy. For those of you not aware, she started her own YouTube channel. I'm so excited about that, and I do have her little icon down below, so make sure you do check that out. So for today's version, you do need at least one loom. I do recommend two to get a bigger piece. But if you do just use the one like I'm doing today, you will need an extension because it is going to be a very small piece. So for the band count, you will need approximately 114. The breakdown is 28 of the border, 12 of the straight center band, which you don't see from the front, it's that glitter, 22 of these bands here, and you would just divide it by the number of colors, and 22 of the glow purple. You will need about 30 extension bands depending on your wrist size. So to get started, you're going to need to have at least one loom, and you will have it in the normal staggered setup. If you do want to avoid an extension, connect another loom in front of this one. Make sure your openings are facing away from you, and we're going to start by choosing the border. So that's going to be this dark purple. We're going to start by laying a loose one on the very center, and then we'll go diagonal to the left and the right. And then we're going to lay borders going straight down both sides. So if you're doing one loom like me, this first one is going to count as number 1. We're going to keep laying them straight until you have 11 of them. Once we have 11, we'll bring it in towards the center. If you are using 2 looms, you're going to lay 24 of these straight ones, and then you'll bring it into the center. Just like that. Go ahead and do the left side, and I'll be right back. So once both sides are complete, it will look like this. And now we're going to come back to the beginning, and we're going to lay a straight one going straight down the center the exact same way. But this time, I'm going to grab this clear glitter. You really do not see this color a whole lot from the front, so you could technically use the same color as the border if you want. So as I said, we're just going to be laying this going straight down the center bar, just like we did the borders. You keep laying it straight until you reach the end where your bands meet. And then I will come back and show you what we're going to do next. So once you are caught out with that, this is what it should look like. You will want to push that down, and we're going to come back to the beginning. We are going to start laying the pink and the blue bands right now. So I'm going to start with pink. I'm doing that exact color combination. And we're just going to be laying a bunch of V's. So starting on the second row up, you're going to go diagonal to the left and diagonal to the right, making that V. I'm going to switch my colors. Grab my blue now, come up to the next row, and we're going to lay diagonal left and diagonal right. We are going to keep alternating these 2 V's, unless you have more than 2 colors, but we're going to lay these V's all the way up. This design is a very easy layout in my opinion. You will lay these until you cannot go any further down the loom. And of course, I will show you what mine looks like when I get there. So once you're done laying those, it will look like this. Make sure you go through and push those V's down because we do have to lay another set of V's right on top of those. And that's going to be the glow purple in here. I'm actually going to use glow pink just to make sure you guys can see it a little better. So come to the second row, lay a diagonal left and a diagonal right. Just like that. We're going to lay these V's right on top of all of the V's we laid in the previous round. Just like that. So do this on every row, and I'll show you what mine looks like when I get down to the end. Alrighty, so hit the pause button until you're caught up. This is where the last one should end, right on top of the last round set of V's. So there should be 2 layers going all the way up it like that. Go through and push all of those down, and then we're going to turn the loom around. Now that we have it turned around, we're going to grab one more of our border color, and we're going to place a regular cap band wrapped around twice on that front center pin. We are officially ready to start looping. We're going to start by going into this cap band. Once you move the cap band, you're grabbing the first straight band that's in there and looping it straight. So now we're going to be looping the top set of diagonal bands that's in there. So we're going to reach in here where we just looped, grab the top diagonal band, and we're going to do a long diagonal stretch up to this second pin. So don't bring it to the closest one, take it up one more. Come back in and we're going to do the same to the right one. Long diagonal stretch. We need to back up 2 pins, and now we're back on that first set, and this is actually the bottom layer of the diagonal band. These two are going to get looped into the center. So there is only one band holding this band under it, so when you go to loop it, just be careful you don't pop that off. So bring this into the center, go over here and grab the second band, bring that into the center, like so. So now this next part is tricky. We have to flip the third and fourth band down, and we have to kind of do it from behind the pin. I'm going to try my best to show you which band I'm grabbing. It's very tricky to show you. So these 2 pinks right here are the ones we need to flip, but we have to grab the left side first and then do the right because it's almost impossible to grab at the same time. And there is a clear band that kind of wants to get in your way. So I reach my hook behind here like this, and I kind of dig around for it. Once you grab it, you can only grab one of those pink bands, so once you grab it, it's the right one. Bring it over this pin and sit it in front. Push it down a little bit if you have to. Then we're going to come on the right side and do the same thing. Push your hook back here, kind of dig around, make sure you don't also have the clear on your hook, make sure it's only the pink, and flip it over. That is the 4th and 5th band that we just flipped. And now we can start the next section. So we're going to repeat that process by going into the center pin. We need to push back all of the top pink layers. Grab the very bottom band, which is the clear, and loop that forward. We're now going to loop the top layer of the diagonal bands on this pin. Grab the first one, and this is going to do that long diagonal stretch. Repeat for the right one. This is where it can start to get a little clustered. So we just looped here. You need to back up 2 pins, and we're going to loop these blue bands into the center. I always do the left one first. Stay consistent with whichever one you do first. And now we need to flip that 4th and 5th band over again. This time it might be easier for me to turn it so you can see a little better. So you can clearly see these 2 blues right down here. So I'm going to try to loop it with it this direction. Let's see if it will work for me. All right, so there's the 4th one. I'm going to flip that. I'm going to come over to the other side. We get a good angle over here. So I'm just grabbing right here, flipping it over. Turn it around. Hopefully with that view you can see a little better what I'm flipping. So once they're flipped over, we're done that section. We're going to go into the same pin. Make sure you're getting in front of all of the blues. Grab the very bottom band and loop it forward. And we're going to repeat that again. So we're going to loop the top set of these diagonal bands, doing a long diagonal stretch. Like so. This is where we just stopped looping, so we're going to back up 2 pins, and we're going to loop those bands into the center. We're going to flip the 4th and 5th band. I'm going to just reach behind it, but you do whatever is easier for you. If it's easier to turn the loom around. Once you flip them over, we're going to go in, grab the very bottom clear band, and loop it forward. And that is the process we're going to repeat. So we're going to go in and loop our long diagonal bands outwards. We're going to back up 2 pins and loop these diagonal bands inwards. Reach behind, flip the 4th band and the 5th band. I'm going to go through that one more time with you. So we're going to grab the very bottom band, loop it straight. You're going to loop the top set of diagonal bands, doing a long diagonal stretch. Back up 2 pins and loop these diagonal pinks into the center. Flip the 4th and 5th band over. And now you will repeat. So I'm going to be a bit ahead of you guys, but I'm jumping back on camera because I did skip ahead a little bit. I'm at the second to last section. I'm going to start the last section and do it on camera with you. So we're going to start like normal, looping up the bottom straight one. Now when we go to do the top diagonal looping right here, you're just going to loop it to the same corner pin that you looped the last round to. So just loop that one to the closest corner pin. So there will be 2 layers of that glow pink on those. And then we will back up 1 pin and loop the pink to the center. Like that. Flip the 4th and 5th like we've been doing. And now you need to finish off the center by looping the very bottom clear forward. Do not forget that band or it will unravel. So once you do that, we're going to come back down to the beginning and we're going to loop the border. So we're going to come down into the cap band down here. Once you reach in the cap band, you're going to loop out diagonally right and left. Like so. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the left side on camera with you so you can see. So we're going to be grabbing the very bottom band, loop it forward, and then you're going to flip over the 3rd band like that, which is still the border band. We're going to do that again. So we're going to go in, grab the very bottom band, loop it forward, and from here on out, you'll be grabbing the 4th band. It's still the same band, but we have extra bands on these pins. So it's the 4th band, flip it over. That's the 2 steps we're going to alternate, looping the border up and flipping the 4th band. We're going to do this all the way up the loom, but we are not going to do it on the very top pin. So the last one, we will not flip anything over. This one right here, do not flip. Just go in and grab the bottom band and loop it to the center. Like so. So go ahead off camera and get the right side looped up, and then I will meet you back here to close it off. So once you do get to the very top and you've brought both into the middle, we're going to grab that loose band that we left there at the beginning, reach in and grab the other end and bring both ends together. We're going to C-clip that off. For this design, you want to grab both borders and give it a good stretch left to right. It really helps tighten up the center. After you do that going down it, gently go up and down. Don't pull up and down too much. It just helps it flatten out and fall into place a little bit. We are going to ignore the fact that I made a mistake and did not flip the border band that I was supposed to there. So see, we all make mistakes, but we're going to act like that mistake is not there. So you will need to add an extension to this if you only did the 1 loom, like I did on this one here. It took me approximately 30 of them. I will put a little eye up in the corner up here if you do not know how to do a fishtail extension, and that video can show you how to do that. But I'm going to put these 2 to the side. So that is how you make this super cute Happy Hues bracelet. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This cutie was designed by 7284 Christy. Please don't forget to go check out her new YouTube channel. She has some really awesome things over there. And also let her know down below what you think of this one. I really love it. But that will be it for today, you guys. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Thanks. Bye.